What if I told you that the beautiful, world-famous songs of a Nobel Prize winner were more than just art? What if they actually contained a hidden blueprint, a universal message about the journey of the human mind? Well, today, let's explore that exact possibility. Okay, so most of us know this man, Rabindranath Tagore. He was a Bengali poet, a composer, an artist, just celebrated all over the globe. His music, which is known as Rabindra Sangeet, is beloved by millions. He's a figure we really think we understand. But a recent analysis is proposing this pretty radical new idea, that underneath all those beautiful melodies and poetic lyrics, Tagore actually encoded a secret message, a detailed map of human consciousness, just hidden in plain sight. This whole theory comes from the author and researcher Aditi Aadia. In her book, The Universal Path and the Unconscious Traveler, she talks about her complete and utter astonishment when she started to uncover this hidden framework. You see, it wasn't something she was even looking for, it was a pattern that just revealed itself to her. And you know what makes this discovery even more compelling? Aadia wasn't a lifelong fan. Actually, she admits that she disliked Tagore's music for years. Her journey with this began completely by accident, after just one song caught her attention and made her question everything she thought she knew. She was basically a skeptic who followed the evidence where it led. And we're not talking about a casual observation here. Aadia's theory is built on this meticulous, deep analysis of 117 of Tagore's most iconic songs. It was a serious, deep dive, searching for consistent themes and hidden patterns. So this raises a huge question, right? How could a message this profound stay hidden for so long? Well, Aadia proposes a fascinating idea, that the very beauty of the music acts as a kind of camouflage. Think about it. While millions of people enjoyed the melodies, the deeper message in the lyrics, the real vessel for the code, went almost completely unnoticed. So what is this hidden code exactly? At its core, it's a consistent symbolic framework that describes the inner journey of every single human being. It's like a map of our own consciousness, detailing this internal struggle that unfolds over our entire lives. Now, the key to unlocking this code is understanding two symbolic characters that pop up throughout the songs. And these aren't people. They're two opposing forces inside our own minds. There's the conscious, authentic self, which he calls Army, or I, versus the unconscious, mind-driven self, called Tuni, or you. This graph from Adia's book just illustrates the entire journey brilliantly. Take a look. Along the bottom, you've got the human lifespan, from birth to death. That green line represents our authentic, conscious self, our Ami. And the rising red line, that represents the unconscious I, or Tumi. If we look back at that graph, our authentic self, that green line, it grows naturally until we hit physical maturity. But notice what happens right at that point. The red line, the unconscious I, suddenly appears and starts its climb. This, right here, marks the beginning of a lifelong internal battle for control of our perception. And this journey isn't just chaotic. According to the code, it unfolds in 4 distinct allegorical phases, almost like seasons of the soul. The songs map these out as sunshine, then shadow, then monsoon, and finally spring. Each one represents a different stage in our psychophysical development and the ongoing struggle between these two inner forces. And while this is a totally fascinating way to interpret literature, the author argues it's so much more than that. This isn't just about Tagore, it's about us. It's a universal framework for understanding our own inner lives. I mean, in her own words, this isn't some new or strange concept. It's a pattern we all kind of intuitively recognize within ourselves, in our own memories, our own experiences. We know this inner conflict, this journey, but we've often just overlooked its deeper meaning and its structure. So what are the stakes in this inner battle? The framework suggests 2 potential outcomes. The first is liberation. That's achieving self-awareness and finally recognizing the conscious self. The second outcome is what the framework calls reincarnation, which is a symbolic way of saying you fail to achieve that self-awareness and you're sort of reborn into a new cycle to face the same struggle all over again. When you put it all together, this interpretation completely transforms Tagore's art. It's no longer just a collection of beautiful songs. It becomes a practical guide, a kind of user manual for the human mind, offering a language and a map to navigate our own consciousness. And all of this leaves us with a really powerful thought. I mean, if a code this profound can be hidden in something as familiar as a song, it just makes you wonder, What other hidden messages, what other secret user manuals are just waiting to be discovered in the art that you already know and love?